Coach ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Take two.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down after a good gain. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And 3 yards. yards there, takes him to the 45.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Going deep here for Landry. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So the Broncos coming out now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
22, Roger.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And they'll run it here. 14 yards there on the pickup. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Go. Hey. 4 down.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Run! Run, please! Hey, go, Roger! Let's go, let's go!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Brandon, this is why play callers get the big bucks. This wasn't a 4th and inches call. You get into situations like 4th and 3, 4th and 4. You've got to take very gutsy play here, and they pick up the 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46.
Hey, 52! Get hot, we're good! Man down!
On 1st down, it's Keenum. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Well, snap came at 1. Keenum looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 46 yards. And the Broncos are in for 6. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Now Taylor, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Clinton McDonald in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Third and long, it's Taylor. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller, he's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Now a man who punted for the Broncos for 6 years, Britton Colquitt on to kick it away. Back deep for the Broncos is Isaiah McKenzie. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now a first down throw, Keenum, and that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
22! 22! Roger.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
52, here we go, to high. 52, here we go, to high.
Play action, it's Keenum. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. Two minutes remain here in the first. half. Back to Denver right after this.
And
they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now Keenum throwing on second. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
Oh, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Screen play, Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On second down, Taylor stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Taylor steps away to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded at about the 28. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And running right through it. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And coming out now, the Broncos. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Hey, 50.
Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
22. Hey, go, Roger. Very left.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll power his way up near the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They run it again with Hyde. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
First down, a run with Hyde. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle is made by Clinton McDonald.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Wolfe coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Third down, Carlos Hyde. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Keenum. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, Sent this one off target.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And that is incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try. And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right? That's anything inside 40. Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early. And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Very left, very left. Hands down. Hands down. Go, Roger. Hey, down. On.
Out of the gun, Keenum. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Brandon, it's not a bad time to take a shot downfield. You've got a 1st and 5, but you've got to hope that the worst thing that comes out of it is an incompletion. Instead, this is good coverage, and it winds up being intercepted. Now it's the backup Mayfield.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Finding some room at midfield. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter if he needs to make those plays when the legs go ahead.
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Leopard! Leopard!
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions. In this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Keenum throwing the out route, and incomplete. That's Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot in a 2-minute drill.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. The sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw, Keenum. Left side here to Sanders.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Keenum to throw. Looking deep for Demarius. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, yo, let's go, let's go. Corner, check. Kill. Hey, go, Roger. Back.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a third down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, but hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.